everyone, it's Rachel here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I set up my bullet journal for March 2019. I haven't done one of these videos before, so this is new to me, but I have been bullet journaling since January 2018, and I've really enjoyed it, and I think I've gotten my bullet journals to a place where I really like the setup, and I change it month to month, but it usually stays about the same. So this is just what my bullet journal looks like after when I completed it in this video. So if you would like to see how I created this March geometric yellow, black, and white theme, then just keep on watching. So I'm first going to start on the intro pages. And I'm using my Faber-Castell 8-Pit Artist pens in black. I'm also going to be using the small pen and the extra small pen. I really like these pens, they're really nice. And I've already marked them out with pencil because I just want to make sure, because I usually make some mistakes, you know. So I'm just making out this geometric kind of shape, and I looked on pictures on Google just to get an idea of what to make and stuff. How I started making this was I started with the middle triangle that is like upside down and has the diamonds in it. So you just start by making a triangle, and then you go to the one below it and you make a triangle again, but you don't include the base of it pretty much. And then after that you can add the next triangle that's on the very bottom and add in its sides, and then you go into the bigger triangle, and then you go into the very top one. So then you kind of build off of each one, and then you add in lines or whatever else to make it even more geometric and more intricate and stuff. Now I'm going to use these dual brush pens by Tombow, and it's the primary palette set. First I'm going to grab the Tombow ABT N15, which is just a black one. So I decided to color this in black. I was thinking of just leaving it as lines, but I'm like, I think this needs some color, so I decided to add some black and make it more of a black and white thing, but later that does change. As you've seen at the start, that I use a piece of cardboard or something hard underneath the paper that I'm working on to prevent any bleeding of markers or anything like that, or just not to transfer like indents or whatever onto the next page, because sometimes I do write a little bit hard, but that just prevents that. Now I'm going to use my Faber-Castell pens, and the first one I'm going to be using is the small one, but I do go in and use the soft brush one, the SB 199, and it's about a 0.5 to 5 millimeter pen, and I like to use it for more of a calligraphy type of feel for letters and stuff. So I'm using it to create the word March with my small pen, and then going in to create shadows with the soft brush pen to make it more calligraphy kind of look. Now I'm going to work on the other side, and this other page I like to have a quote every month just for some inspiration. Now I'm going in with my extra small pen to create this quote. It is "See good in all things," and I'm making it a very small kind of lettering font that's kind of very round and wispy. I don't know how to say that. And then I'm going to use my SB pen again just to add more of a calligraphy, kind of shadowy feel to it as well. Just add some dimension to the letters and make them, you know, stand out a little bit more, have some dimension. And once again, I found this quote off of Google, so I didn't create it. So then I'm going to go in with my Tombow black marker, and I'm going to be filling in the two triangles that you see here, and filling in that with black, but you can use any marker, it doesn't have to be these specialty brushes. Then the next day, I came back to this and I decided, you know what, this needs some color. So black and yellow is kind of a thing, so I decided to add some yellow. With my Tombow 055, it's a kind of a neon-y yellow, and in the "See all good thing" is kind of quote, I colored that in with pencil because I know that the black would bleed onto my yellow marker, so I decided not to do that. But I think I should have decided to just leave that white, because I think it would have even looked better than with the yellow. But anyways, and on the next page over, I'm filling in the big triangle in the background with the yellow, and as well as some small triangles and this kind of open space weird part at the bottom there, as you can see. You can add any color you want. I was thinking about doing blue, but I think that yellow and black is more of a better combination of colors. On to the next page, and this is going to be my calendar page. So each month I like to have a calendar just to see everything kind of displayed out. Well, my pages are 15 by 20 centimeters, give or take, and each box in my calendar is either 2.5 centimeters wide or 3, and they're all 3 centimeters tall. I also do my calendars Monday to Sunday because I just like having Monday at the start of the week instead of Sunday. I don't know, that's just how I like to lay it all out. So at the bottom, I created this like little geometric kind of like arrow situation thing. So I just started off by making a line and then I added some things on top of it. So I did a triangle, kind of like these arrow shapes, a circle, and then I did another triangle with some circles right behind it. As you can see, me drawing it all out. I did get some inspiration off of Google as well, but I feel like this touch at the bottom here just, brings the theme throughout the month. And I did another little black and yellow triangle design underneath my notes area. So these are my notes of the month, things I need to get done, events, things like that. I put that all in that little box. I also included the word March and carried over the kind of calligraphy I was doing for that month. And on the top of my calendar, I put Monday through Sunday, and I did that in little small font. And in each box, I put a number in a really tiny font. And then I went in with my pencil crayon in like a yellow shade and put a little like highlighted circle around each number so these popped a little bit more, and it adds a little bit of yellow throughout this page as well. And you can add even more geometric shapes if you would like, but I felt like this was nice and simple and clean. So after my calendar page, I like to have 2 pages dedicated to either my budget, my workout tracker, things like that. So on this page, I'm just creating this little geometric kind of arrow thing like I did on the previous page. And there's triangles and circles and stuff like that. So I thought that was like really cute. I think I should have brought it down a little bit from the top of the page because I didn't have any room to write out the word workout tracker, as you will see. So I just filled that in with some black and left some empty space for white as well as some yellow. And then underneath that I put in all the numbers of the month. So right beside it I can say what I did that day for any physical activity or what I did for my workout or things like that. And underneath that I created another one, and they change every time I do it. So just circles, triangles, yellow, black, you get the gist. I thought they were really cool, and they added the geometric design throughout the month in a really cool way instead of just doing that triangle thing in the front of my March bullet journal month all over again. So I went in with the SB pen and I wrote down workout tracker at the top of that half of the page, as well as I did budget tracker at the bottom half of the page. And I put this in one page because I'm saving pages, to be honest, because I feel like I might run out before the end of the year is done. Don't need that much room for my workout tracker and my budget tracker. So on my next page, I'm going to use the markers 476 and the other marker is 245, and I'm going to fill in the words Canucks in March with those 2 shades because those are the Canucks colors. I started doing this page I think in last season, so it would have been last year. And this is a really cool way to keep track of the Canucks and their scores and how they're doing in the standings and stuff. And just special moments, like if someone had their 500th game or their 100th goal or something like that, I can write that down in the notes. And it's a really simple way just to keep track of the Canucks instead of have to, go into a sports app and check on them there to see when their next game is. I can just flip it open and then I have all the games there. And then it's easy accessible, like if I want to look back, oh, what were we doing in last March? And then as you can see underneath the title of this page, I have all their games listed out, and then once they play them, I will put in the scores and put any notes that I have. Or if you have no use for this page, then you can use it maybe to keep track of makeup releases, like new products that have come out on the market and you're interested in. So my next page is my weekly spread. So right now I am drawing out the triangles and all these geometric shapes to fill in the numbers of the week that I'm going to be putting on this page just to, indicate what day is which. For this week, I decided to keep my weekly spread simple because this whole month is kind of more of a simpler month in the way I designed it. But last month was actually very design oriented, and I had like lots of different things going on this page. So each day has about 3 centimeters of writing room just to add in what I need to do that day, what I did do, anything like that. And then I put a line underneath that that's about 8 centimeters long, and I didn't want to do it all the way across the page because it's kind of unnecessary. So in the middle I decided to do another geometric shape that's black and yellow as well, and it was kind of difficult to draw in the binding of the book, but it kind of worked out, and I thought it added a little bit of more geometric flair. I could have done right down the spine of the book, like something right down the middle, but I guess I didn't think of that at the time. On the other side, I did different triangles just to add some variety and not be too repetitive. And after this page, when you get it done, you can add another weekly spread if you wanted to. And I will see once I get this whole weekly spread filled up if I will need to add another one, and if I do, I'll pretty much copy the same thing or maybe even make it simpler depending on how I feel. So this weekly spread is about a week and a half or something like that. So I did March 4th to 9th, and on the other side I did March 10th to 15th, and I indicated that on the top of the page so I know what days are in this weekly spread. So that is all I have for my March bullet journal for you guys. Hope you really enjoyed it. I had a fun time making this. It took a lot longer than I expected, so I have much respect for those who do this every single month because it takes a lot of time to just sit down and think of a whole bunch of new ideas and sketch everything out and then film it all and then edit it all. So this was a little bit of a different design for me as well. I haven't really done a geometric themed one before. Usually it's something colorful and cute or whatever, and not so sharp and straight lines, but I really enjoyed it. This triangle geometric themed month doesn't really reflect on what March is, but it doesn't really always have to. Like, it seems like to me that every January or February is always blue and green and stuff to reflect that it is winter, but you know, it doesn't always have to be those dark colors. So if you want to see another bullet journal design or anything like that from me again, then please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe down below. I usually do makeup videos, and my next one will probably be my project pan for March. I do want to add in here though that I have been inspired by other creators, and one especially is Rachel. I love her designs and how she sets up her bullet journal. I don't use every single one of her pages that she does, but she does give me a lot of inspiration, and she did help me start getting into bullet journal when I first did. So I just want to give a shout out to her because a lot of my ideas do come from her or inspired by her. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!